Yes, good morning, everyone. So, any doubts in the last session? We have discussed about fusion applications and different offerings. We talked about this, right? Any doubts here? Fine. So today I'm going to start with first syllabus copy. What are the modules we are going to talk, and then technical, and then we do an assignment. How we do the setups, configurations, and how to do the testing for one of the options, so that you can understand what exactly we are going to do it in the project, how we will go for test the application. That's what we are going to do it in this. This is going to be our final demo session. From tomorrow onwards, regular sessions will be started. And tomorrow we will have different meeting ID. So you can communicate with our admin person and go for enrollment. So that they will be creating a WhatsApp group so that you can go for communicate with us here. This is our number. This is our admin number. Okay. So first we will be starting with global HR module. This is base module. As I said, a global HR is going to have the organization hierarchy, nothing but enterprise structure we are going to set up. Then we are going to configure workforce structure. And then we are going to discuss workforce life cycle, nothing but hiring employees, transfers, global transfers, terminations, rehiring, promotions. This all will be discussing. And then securities, approvals, and then hierarchies and basic setups which are required for the organization, like employee number setup, employment model, and position synchronizations. This is all we are going to do it. So this is the base model. It takes time. Takes 15 to 20 hours to learn perfect, because it's a first module, right? Obviously, the navigations and the terminology, this obviously takes time. Once we complete global HR, where we are going to have our organization hierarchy as well as employees, second module is a payroll module. How to calculate the salaries for those employees who are in our company. How will you calculate the salaries? How to set up the elements, earning elements, and deduction elements. This is all we are going to discuss. Next, we go for options management, nothing but a leave management. How you are going to manage the leave plans to your employees, how to set up those plans or eligibility, and how will you configure the sick leaves, maternity leaves, and casual vacation leaves. This is all we are going to discuss. How the employees will apply for a leave, how the managers are going to take a decision, approve or reject, employee self-service, manager self-service, how to set the calendar. This all we talk in options management. Then talent management. Talent management, only we get majority of our Redwood pages as well as artificial intelligence. AI will be there in talent management, like profile management, setting up the goals, goal management, performance management, and then talent review and success and plan. The combination of these five modules is a talent management. Excellent module. Most of the clients are required this because we got an excellent analytics as well as artificial intelligence. For example, if I would like to know who is the successor for a particular job or position. So in case if an emergency, if someone leaves the organization, then who is the successor, who is available immediately, or do we need to take it from outside? So this entire analysis will happen through artificial intelligence. No management, no need to do worry about this. It will identify the educational qualifications, skill set, certifications, competencies, and trainings and performance goals set up. Based on this, it will identify and it will show us out of thousands of employees. System will support us, like or recommend us. These all employees are available immediately for you for this particular job or for this particular position, like that. So talent management model is almost every client is implementing. In fact, it is mandatory for everybody, because if clients are having thousands of employees, obviously we are supposed to maintain their employee skill set and other options here. Next, ORC, Oracle Recruitment Cloud. So ORC is going to be as a recruitment life cycle. It's an prior part of global HR. As we are already clear with the global HR, learning the ORC module maybe takes 7 to 8 hours, not more than that. It will be very easy and interesting also. ORC, Oracle Recruitment Life Cycle, how the job site publishment and how the applicant will apply for a job, like how we are applying for a job through Naukri. It's a general portal. And we also go to some particular job portal, like let's say Infosys is there. They'll ask us, go to the Infosys website and go for apply it. So we have to register and then go for apply. The entire status we will be communicating through the job portal, right? Like that, the client also can have their own job portal. They can have their own job portal. We are going to build that career site. We call it as career site. How to configure the career site, how to post the jobs here, how the applicant will apply for a job, and resume preparation and the resume identification, then interview schedules, interview feedback, then after that selection process and issue the offer letter to the candidates, and pending worker, converting pending worker as an employee. This entire process we will go with Oracle Recruitment Cloud. So most of the artificial intelligence comes in the ORC here. So let's say candidate experience is there, or when we have the ORC, when candidate apply the profile, the system should recognize, okay, this profile will be suitable for this particular job, this much of percentage, 60% it is analyzing job description. So these all things comes into the picture here. So AI is going to be a major part in the ORC, because we are getting thousands of profiles. It's difficult to go through each and every profile manually by the recruiters. Okay, so there the artificial intelligence will be helpful for them. So how to enable AI in ORC module? How to enable the Redwood options in ORC? Actually, Redwood is mandatory from this version, from this quarter 25A. But Oracle in the last minute, they said that, okay, no problem, end of this 2025, we will give the flexibility. You want to go with Redwood or without Redwood? Okay. So I'll be explaining you both how to configure Redwood and enable and disable setting up the profiles, how to customize the pages by using this Redwood Visual Basic Express mode and normal mode. We'll be discussing couple of examples. Okay. So in the recruitment, we see the onboarding process and also setting up the security approvals, and afterwards, again the global HR comes. Right. Next, we go with advanced human capital management compensation model. How to configure the compensation plans, how to set up the eligibility profile, how to configure spot bonus. There are two types: individual compensation, individual compensation, workforce compensation. We are going to have, we will discuss how to set up the individual. Means for single employee, I will use it the workforce compensation. And workforce means for group of employees, how to set up that. Time and labor is basically setting up the time codes and setting up the time sheets, like approval time sheets and all, so that employees will be configuring this time sheets and all. Next, the overview of benefits is like benefit and setting up how to assign these plans to the employees. This all we are going to have the fusion benefits model. So this is about the complete functional end to end. We are going to have end to end. We are going to have the modules here, and technically we'll be discussing how to load the data. Example, how to extract the data. Example, to set the rules, role setting up the approvals and hierarchies. We go for this in depth. Security and approvals, of course, both are very important. We go for in depth here. And then reporting part, BI report, DBI dashboards, and analysis and personalizations. And personalization only we see the Redwood pages, Visual Builder. This is all we are going to have. So that's what technical we are going to do. So this will be our syllabus. What we are going to do it. It's going to be a fully loaded syllabus, complete all the modules as I said. And first one is mandatory. Everybody will be learning this. As I said earlier, it was clear. It was this four modules. Even in another institutions also, only we find this four modules. But as we identified the current requirement in the market, ORC, it's difficult for the students to take it as a separate course. So we introduced ORC as well as the advanced HCM, this modules. So then you can go for learning these modules also. Any doubts yet?
I have one doubt here. Like, is it Fusion or Oracle HCM Cloud or something? What is the difference between these two?
This is Fusion applications only. See, Fusion applications is one of the cloud ERP.
Okay, so
Fusion
this one is the
application,
latest one, right?
yeah. Fusion
Okay.
applications is one of the ERP software that we are learning in cloud environment.
Okay.
And I just have one question. I am new to this subject. Okay, by seeing the content is too much vast. Like how you advise? By
See,
seeing the content, we
that's
know
what
the too
I
much.
said. This four modules are mandatory.
Okay.
You have to learn these four modules and go for apply for the jobs. For example, let's say the problem was what students was facing is earlier around 6 months back onwards, last 6 months. Earlier we were giving the training only for these four modules. Okay, and they apply for a job, and they are asking, "Do you have basic idea about ORC? At least have idea some about ORC module and all." They do not have a idea, so they are going to lose the opportunity. At least they don't have the videos to go for at least refer those modules. So it's difficult for them to update their skills in that area. So what RTL Technologies has thought is, okay, we provide all the modules training in case if the student still feel that he can learn the advanced HCM. If you feel that okay, HCM is fine, then you can go ahead. But you have the option in your hand to upgrade yourself.
Okay, so I have one question regarding it is a technical job or it is a like HR job?
Purely it is functional setups and configuration. Technical is separate role is there where you need to learn SQL, PLSQL, REST APIs, SOAP APIs, and then VBCS integrations like that. That's role is separate. This is purely functional, which is non-coding. It's no coding here, zero.
And what is the scope of jobs in terms of functional?
Yeah, functional we find major without configuration. This application will be difficult for the clients to use it directly. So obviously we need, and also support is required, maintenance is required. Day to day we are getting the new setups in the market and new features upgrading. So this is very good and the beginning stage. We are going to get a lot of opportunities in future.
So what a placement guarantee, sir?
So if you are in India and if you are perfect, whatever we are teaching theoretically and practically, yes, we could do it 100% placement.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can we get any support from your side, sir?
Yeah, we are doing the placements once the training is completed. So if you could go ahead with your resume preparation, we are going to explain project FAQs and everything we are going to give, and we also provide the interview support for clearing the interviews and all. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
And
Fine,
what is
guys.
the pay scale range?
In India, we are putting 4+ experience, now 16 to 20 lakhs. That's the range.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
So only I have concern. Like I almost have 14 years experience. Now if I get into this training, it's a good option, good thought.
So yeah, 14 years, see, you are into the 14 years in another one. So 10 years we'll put it as it is earlier.
Okay.
Last 4
Okay.
years we'll put cloud HCM.
Okay. So I was working in WebLogic from last few years.
Okay, so 10 years you can put as it is that earlier. Last 4 years we'll put cloud HCM as it is a new technology. If they ask us like why you shifted your career into Oracle Fusion Cloud, yeah, obviously because this is the next generation ERP introduced by Oracle in 2016. Okay, and now it is just getting ready for the market. So going forward next 20 years, you have a lot of space for learning this cloud environment. So Oracle, as just for example, if we talk about Redwood, it's very beginning stage in the Redwood. If we talk about artificial intelligence, very beginning. As we discussed yesterday, the environment point of view. If we look at the environment point of view, so we have seen that it's a SaaS model and PaaS model, right? Two different types of environments we have discussed. Most of the projects are running now in the SaaS model, right? Still, PaaS model is not yet started. So when the PaaS model starts, obviously it will be vast in the sense. If we take every project, it will be 3 to 4 years of time, where we find a lot of enhancements, developments, and customization. And as I said, still Oracle customers who are in the old ERPs, EBS, PeopleSoft, Siebel, JD Edwards, only 5% of the people are moved from this ERPs into Oracle Fusion so far. So far, only 5%. 95% of the customers not moved. The reason is very simple. At this point of time, they are comfortable in this ERPs. By 2030, they are planning to close it. And then obviously by 2030, everybody should move into that. And by that time, every client should be on this environment. Otherwise, it's difficult because see, if we talk about ORC, almost every company, they are going to maintain onboarding is a digitalization. Recruitment process is a digitalization, everything. And even the security, everything they wanted to access from mobility in the sense of all the three devices. So if client says that I'm not interested to come to the cloud, their competitors will catch this opportunity and try to provide better support for their customers or employees or suppliers or into the public it is. Right. That's how it is.
I have one more question. I'll stop here. It may be not right question. So if I see it's a DevOps, right? You see a lot much crowd in the market. What about this technology? Because that's a competition in the market.
DevOps, I don't have idea actually. I just have only the high level information. It's a development operations, some integrations. But what I can say from the ERP application, when we talk about ERP application, it is a mandatory product for every client, irrespective of their business in the market. The ERP application is mandatory for every client. Make sure that their ERP application is always up. Otherwise, there is no question of running their business unless and until if they shut down. See, let's say my turnover is around 400 crores, and now I'm in very high profits. So I would like to implement artificial intelligence or data science. I wanted to go for future automations and all. I'll go for introduce after 1 year. So let's say my profit has got very low, so I will not go for this all new features or new automations. I'll just stop it for the time being due to budget issues and all. But ERP is mandatory. Without ERP, I can't run my business. Without ERP, it is not at all possible to run the business because your accounts will be maintained, your HR data will be maintained, your employees' data, your procurement data, your inventory data, your sales data, your customers' relationship data, your recruitment process. This is core. This is core technology which is required for every client. The remaining other applications, if clients are in good mood, maybe they can go for adapt. If they are not in good profits, they may or may not. But when it comes to this ERP application, it is mandatory. Everybody is supposed to do that. Yeah, that's how it will work. Yes, clear everybody? Any doubts now? Now we are going for an assignment here. Today we are going to talk about demo 3. As we discussed, functional consultant is responsible for configuration of setups. Then go for test the application. I would like to go for create hire an employee. Would like transfer employee, new location, transfer employee from current location to another location, and then we will go for terminate employee for future date. For future date, I would like to go for terminate an employee. So these are the 3 tasks we are going to perform. So let me just log into the applications here. So when we want to hire an employee, we need a role called human resource specialist. Human resource specialist role is required. So whenever we want to hire an employee, we need that. For every module, there will be 4 to 5 roles. We should be very clear so that we can easily work with that particular module. So those roles only we are going to customize or enhance, and then we will go for create. If required, new roles also will go for create that here. Go to navigator, my client groups, new person. Initial stage we get little bit confusion, navigation and all, but a couple of days if we do the practice, then there won't be any issue here. Let's go for hire employee. So when we are hiring an employee, we see that there are 5 tabs. One is employee identification details, then employee person information we are going to capture, then employment details, and then employee compensation, nothing but salary and other details. Finally, we'll go for review it and then go for hiring process. We'll go for complete the hiring process here successfully. That's how we are going to do it here. It is. So first, identification details. When we are going to hire this employee, is it for previous date or current or for future date? We can have for any date. Maybe employee joined on 1st January. Which company has joined? So this companies we have to configure. Right now I'm taking existing company name called US One Legal Entity. Let's say we are implementing this software for Xerox company. And client says that this Xerox company has got 5 sub companies or total 5 companies in India, US, and Singapore. So those company names, company address, company setups, taxes, and payroll, other details we have to go for configure. We have to go for configure. So then we see that company names here it is. So that's what we are going to get it. So choose this legal entity name. And what is the employee name here? Rajesh Kumar. Date of birth here. Employee identification. So, sir, if it is India, we enter Aadhaar card number. If it is US, Social Security number. if we are go for UK national identification number, like that, every country has got unique identification number, right? That number we did enter here. We got default US because when you are registering this company, you might have suspected it is registered in US. So that's the reason you got automatically here national ID is social security number.
Yeah,
And
what
this
is
is
worker number and what about the personal number? Personal number.
this is employee number actually. Person number is nothing but employee number only. A
Mhm.
worker number is basically when you have multiple companies. If you want to track the employee moving from one company to another, then we maintain the worker number. For example, Reliance Corporation is there. In India, they have around 20 or 30 companies. Okay, you join in Reliance Digital as a manager. After 1 year or 2 years, you are moving from Reliance Digital to Reliance Communication within the company, within the enterprise only. That time I just want to calculate your seniorities or your performance or goals or any other information. We need a worker number setup. So large scale industries generally prefer to have both worker number and person number, but person number is actual or employee number. So here employee details we are going to take here. And if at all we want to capture employee local name details, seasonal details,
Sir,
then
one
we can
question.
capture. Yes.
Sir, in case that the person is switching from means from as you told from one company from Reliance Digital to some Reliance Communication. So, sir, in that case, do we need to change legal also?
Change which one?
Because, sir, legal employer, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
legal employer
legal
means
employer. If
company.
the
Legal
but sir,
employer
if
means
that
company
if we
only. That
consider
we have to change.
that also will be changed.
Yes, yes. That's what we call it as a global transfers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, assignment is different. Assignment is different. Worker number is different. So we are going to assignment is basically see one employee join in the company and you are assigning this employee to one manager and you are assigning some designation. You are assigning this employee to some department. So and you are assigning this employee to some branch. Okay, that assignment is nothing but a set of information that we will go for. So worker number is almost like a person number only. It's like employee number only. Why two numbers are required is person number will be setting up at enterprise level. Worker number set at legal entity means company level. We are going to set up that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you repeat it?
Person number is at enterprise level. Yeah. Worker number is at company level. So when we use the worker number is if your client is having multiple companies, if they have only one company, they don't need actually worker number. They just go ahead with the person number. If you have multiple companies, if employees are moving from one company to another company, I just wanted to track that entire information, then worker number will be preferable. It is optional actually. Person number is mandatory.
Personal number is it's a unique number like Aadhaar card
Yes,
or what?
unique. Yes, unique.
Unique number, eh?
Yes, yes. That's what actual employee number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have
Okay.
separate setups actually, person number generation methods, at what level will generate person number. That setup will do it later. So this is first page where we are going to enter identification details, employee hiring date, which company means legal entity, and date of birth, national identification number. Then employee person information, nothing but employee address, home address we are going to maintain, and then phone details, email details, legislative information, employee citizenship, and visa information, passport information, visas and permits, and employee contacts. Here we are going to maintain employee, brother, child, like pair, spouse information, family members. Here it is. Okay. So these all are optional here, the general information. One is mandatory, that is home address. Home address is mandatory here. So we are going to have home address here. Let me enter the home address. Click next button. Now employment information. This is very important. Here only maximum setups we are going to do it. We specified that for which company you are hiring, name of your client, and then we are going to specify the business unit, nothing but which branch. You are hiring employee for ICICI Bank, it's fine. But you are hiring for SR Nagar branch or High Tech City branch or Bangalore Whitefield branch or Delhi MZ Road, which branch? So that business unit. And for which position, which job, what is employee grade, what is the department, which location, work from home or worker category, assignment category, whether employee is full-time, who is the manager, whether he is a manager or not, salaried employee, working hours, these all are nothing but assignment information. We see that this is assignment information. So I'm going to hire this employee for the job called finance administrator. Yeah, select this finance administrator.
Sir, if it is unfortunately on-site, what would be?
On-site in the sense you are hiring for another company, right? On-site means, let's say your client is having business in US. So you are hiring for that, or you are sending to some
No, no,
other
no. Within the company, intercompany. So
the company
unfortunately,
details
person
will be
got
there, right?
on-site.
Yeah. See, uh, let's say your client is having business in India and US, and you are hiring employee for US, and is going to join in the US. Then obviously we choose the company name as US company right here, US company and US branches and US jobs and US departments. This is all we are going to choose, right? We have to choose. Next location. So it's a full-time opportunity. It's not a manager, it's a regular assignment categories, full-time work categories, white collar, and it's a salaried employee, 40 hours weekly. Okay. And who is the manager for this employee? Manager details. Here we assign. I would like to assign two managers. One is Curtis Fiati is the line manager. Then I wanted to assign project manager. Salary details. If you want to set up the salary amount, annual salary, how about other compensation plans, what the expenses information, so that and all we can specify here. Finally, we are going to review this employment and close. Employee name is Rajesh Kumar.
So an employee ID will be created after this step.
Sorry, come again.
An employee ID will be created after this.
Yes, yes. Once employment is done, number will be generated automatically.
I have one question here. What is our role come as a functional consultant? Because this is something can be done by if HR is fine, right?
Yeah, when I am hiring employee, I'm getting here company name, right? Legal employer.
Correct.
So right now, I'm selecting built-in value, which is given by Oracle CDAT data.
Mm.
But when we are implementing the software to client, we have to configure that client name, right?
Okay.
The client names means company names, their branches, okay, and their jobs, their positions, their grades, their security, their payroll, their taxes, their earnings, their deductions. This all we are going to do that, right? So now we hired an employee successfully. Now I'm going to show you how to do one location setup and how to transfer to new location. So employee hiring process is done successfully. Go to person management and search for employee here, whether it's done hiring or Rajesh Kumar. Yeah, this is 7,444. That's what actually the employee number. Now employee number I can see here 7,444. That's person number. I can see that here assignment number. This is employee assignment number. I could see that here. Okay. And currently where employee is working in Chicago. Okay. So I'm getting the locations here. Generally, yeah, we will ask our client how many locations you are doing the business. So we need to create those locations, maybe 30 locations or 20 or 40 locations. This is built-in data given by our. Okay. So that we are going to have it. Now I'm going to show you one setup, how to do the location setup and how to use that location. Like this, hundreds of setups we have to do in every module. In every module, hundreds of setups we have to do and then configure it and then go for test it. Okay. Right now, I'm going to show you how to do the location setup and how to use that location in our employee assignments page.
I have a quick question. Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
So I have a quick question where, like we can see here different types of like a location or descriptions that are given here. Is it possible if a company asks us that they particularly need like a drop down list or they need particularly any details for the employee to be recorded on that particular page? And is it possible if we can make
Yeah,
configuration
you meant to
accordingly?
say that you want to add additional fields to the page? Extra fields?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, we have the concept called flex fields. We can add always. This Redwood functionality is more flexible. Actually, the purpose of introducing the Redwood functionality is for three reasons. One is maximum personalizations we can do, whatever we want to do, means personalization or customization. It will improve that. That is one reason, personalization. The second one is automation. If the clients want to use some automation tools for hiring or transfers for entire end user process. The third one is for artificial intelligence. The main purpose of Redwood pages introducing is that you will get a lot of personalizations and customizations over there. So that we
And
do it here.
and we will be learning everything in the Redwood itself, right?
Redwood functional point of view, we will be learning 100%. Technically, couple
Okay.
of examples, but not in the development of the Redwood because that's technical job.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So currently employee is working in Chicago. I would like to transfer this employee from Chicago to our New York office. So I'm just going to do one setup here, location setup. So every module, there will be a setups like this. For example, if we talk about ORC module, this setups we have to do. We talk about our module, this setups. In that, I'm doing this setup right now, locations. This. I'm going to configure a new location, and then we are going to use this location for employee transfers. Let's go to setups and maintenance. Go to the task here, manage locations. Xerox New York location, its active status. Choose the location address.
Is there any limitation on the field name, location name there?
No, no limitation. I think max it allowed 100 characters.
100 characters. Okay.
Yeah. And phone number, other details. This location is used for shipping and other details here. Go for review. This is just location setup we are going to do. The client should provide all these details. Okay. The client should provide all these location details. Then we are going to have this location information here. Then go for submit. I would like to search whether the location created successfully or not. So location is nothing but an address where client is doing the business. So indirectly it's a branches. For example, if we talk about bank's point of view, all the branches comes under the locations as well as ATM centers also comes under locations. That's all we will be specifying. Go to navigator here. Go to person management. Employee is working in Chicago location. I would like to transfer. Go for update. So you say update from today onwards, he will be moved into New York, or from next week or next month. You can set the date. From which date onwards is going to be in New York. You can set the date. If you say by mistake, I have given this Chicago, actually employee is working in New York right from the beginning. Okay, so then we go for correction. Correction means it will overwrite. Correction means it will overwrite the record. Right from the beginning, it will go for overwrite this record here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to update from next week onwards, employee is going to be here. So then from 10th March, what is the reason for this? All reasons are there, but client says that remove all these reasons, add the new reasons as per my company policy. That's a setup, action setup. Okay. So I'm just doing location change. And what is the reason? Relocation. So location, you can also restrict. Right now, employee is able to get If you want to restrict this location only for a particular business unit, yes, you can restrict. It works only for those business units, not for all. But I want to give the access for this location, all the business units, everybody can access. So that also we can restrict. So that's our responsibility, configuring the security. So like this, we find hundreds of setups. As I said, right now we have done one setup that is location creation and using it. Hundreds of setups every module we have to do and we have to configure. But whenever we are doing those setups, we should be very clear what we have to do first, what we have to do next, the sequence of setups which we are going to implement. If somewhere this setup is not working, then we should know where exactly the problem will be. That's what actually our functional consultant job, our role. Okay. Once we do the setup, obviously we are supposed to test it, right? Right now we created location. I'm going to test whether the location is working or not. So what I have done, I just hired one employee, and after hiring, I'm just trying to transfer this employee into the new location. And I wanted to see the employee will be available from 10th March onwards in that location or not. See, the employee is available here. I want to see the history of the location. Multiple scenarios we have to test it, because this is a functional setups and functional business flow. We are supposed to test it, right? Go for history and then go for test it here. Now we can see the history of this employee. Joined on 1st January 2025. 10th March 2025 onwards, he will be in different location. Location is changed, and I would like to see the changes here. Earlier it was Chicago, now in New York location from 10th March. So this is one setup. As I said, location. So we have to perform multiple setups like this: locations, jobs, business units, positions, grades, departments, managers, and actions, action reasons. And then, of course, this is one module. What I said is all are one module, global HR. So module wise, we see the different setups like options management module, payroll module, compensation module, employee, global HR module setups.
Even these pages can be customizable by based on the organization, like whatever I
Yeah,
want to
we
look at.
can do that. If we want to add additional fields, there is a concept called flex field, and we can go for add.
Okay.
If we want to make some changes for existing one, of course, we can make some changes.
So end of the day, this page is common for any irrespective of any organization, right? It look and feel same.
Yeah, this is a standard software Oracle will provide for every client, and then we go for do the functional setups, and technical people will make the changes if required.
No, I'm asking about this related to this page, employment page. This page will be common, right? Irrespective of any organization.
Yes. Not only this page, entire software is common for every client, but the values will be different, right? The company names, the client branches, and the client workforce structures, their approvals, their securities, their roles, and their functionality, calculations. This is all different. That's what we do it in implementation.
And one more question. I work in an organization, like when I see I have the custom homepage, custom like employee space, like I just log into the custom employee space, I get the different view of all these actions. Okay. So is that possible?
They might be using another software. I mean, they may not be using Oracle Fusion, right? Like this HR products, we have different products, like as we discussed last class, SAP, Salesforce, Dynamics, Workday, like that, right? Maybe some local ERPs also might be using to maintain their HR data.
So, company unfortunately lay off some of departments. So it would be under our HCM functional consultant. We need to take actions.
No, that is a end user. See, right now we hired employee first. We hired
Mm.
employee called Rajesh. Actually, that is not our job. That will be
Mm.
done by the end user or super user who are from HR department. They will do it. Then why we have done it means, for example, I created one location. I configured one location setup or job setup or person number method I generated. I
Mm.
wanted to test. Obviously, without testing, we cannot deliver this product to client, right? So once you do some configuration or setup, obviously we are supposed to test with multiple values or multiple business flows, right? Then we have to go for deliver. That's what we are doing now. Right now, I created a location. I used that location. I transferred employee for future date. From 10th March 25 onwards, this employee will be in New York location. Everything is success. Then I can update the client saying that you can go ahead with this location usage. Any problems are there, raise the ticket. We provide the support. That's all.
Layoffs and termination, we can't deal that, right?
That's end user will do during that process. If they find any problem in the application, they will raise a ticket, and we are going to give the solution as a support engineer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So now we are going for termination. So I would like to terminate this employee from June 1st. That's the last date I set up. So what we do is we go for task list here, and then we have the option here, work relationship. So go to work relationship. Here we see the actions, and then we go for terminate this employee. Employee resigned due to some personal reasons or benefits or better opportunity. He has notified today, but I would like to give the termination date is on, let's say, June 1st. Any employer comments? And if it is in US, what is the I-9 status, E-Verify status, I-9 expiration, any other remote area? All fields are related for US legislation. Any attachments? How about user access? We are telling that this employee with us till June 1st, right? Till June 1st, he will be with us. Okay, till that time, maybe he will be using this software. You want to give the access till that time, or you want to stop immediately? So I would like to stop after termination. So from June 1st, it's not required. So we are going to put it that here. And then do you recommend for rehire? Yes, we recommend for rehire. And in case if you are not interested to rehire this employee in future because he has done settlement with our company, so we can say no. And what is the reason for that also we can mention. So I'm going to put it as recommended for rehire as yes.
This page can be customizable based on geographical location. If I have my company in India and US, if that can be done.
Yes, it can be done. So you can go for hide the fields and add the fields. And if at all any logic is required, you can go for write JavaScript.
That would be a technical consultant job, or it should be a thing.
If it is adding fields and hiding fields, okay, we can also do it. No problem.
Okay.
But if something logic they want to implement, like writing some JavaScript or some Groovy script access and all, maybe we are a senior consultant, then we can do that. Otherwise, it's difficult. Let's go for review.
Exactly what happens when you save the page and submit the page? What is the difference between those two?
Submit button, actually, it will be there only if there are approvals for that particular.
It goes for approval.
Yeah. If we do not have approvals, only
Okay.
save button we find. Submit means you are submitting for approvals.
Okay. So if there is no any approval
There is no submit
functionality,
button, just save.
save is there. Okay. Simple save it will be there. Okay.
So I would like to see the Rajesh. Still termination is not happened.
I think we need to include terminated work relationship. The checkbox. Yeah.
Connect to record also. Okay. So right now we have done hiring, transfer, and terminations here. 3 things we have done.
Yeah. One more thing, like suppose we hired a person on today or maybe tomorrow. On same day, can we move the person to different location with the same date?
We can move it, but termination and hiring is not possible same day, but transfers can be possible.
Okay, termination is not possible. Come again? Termination is not possible, right?
Termination is not possible.
Okay. So
Can
rest
we
of
have
thing,
that? Yeah, sorry.
rest of actions we can do, like promotion, demotion,
Yes.
transfer,
We can do that.
the same date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we have the different person number for the different location, different?
No, we cannot do like that because person number is at enterprise level. So you cannot restrict for this location, this is number like that.
Okay.
It will be continued.
Maybe country wise, like I am in India having the different series, in US different, UK different.
That's why Oracle says you go with configuration of worker number.
Okay.
Person number is unique across. For example, you take one employee today in Hyderabad branch, employee number is 456. Next employee you take in Bangalore, 457. Like that, number will be generated at high level.
Okay. So across the country, we are generating that enterprise level, our company level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Worker number, if required, no, I wanted to have separate for this company and this company. If clients are having multiple companies, then we set the worker number at a different level.
Okay. And national ID number is different, correct?
No, the national ID is just for identification purpose that we are going to have. So
it is a different
joining, an employee is joining, you will update that personal profile information, right? Yeah.
Chandra, there is one scenario you just mentioned that there is no way we can have hire date and term date same day, but I'm from PeopleSoft background, and then there were a lot of time client had scenario and we were supporting PeopleSoft. I'm not sure how we do in Oracle. Like when someone used to come to office and they didn't come. Like hiring today is like my hiring day.
Yeah, I said if you terminate an employee today, you cannot rehire on the same day. 24 hours is required. But the transfers is possible on the same.
Hire and terminations are possible in same day?
No, 1 day is required, 24 hours.
So for example, let's say my joining is today and I didn't show up, and because I joined another company today and then I didn't show up. If you will be put me 1 day active, then my salary will be generated for 1 day. How will you stop that?
No, sorry, come again. You are joining in the company today. Okay.
But I didn't come to office. I didn't report to office. My joining was today. I didn't report. I am ghosted. I joined another company today and I didn't show up. That why
Show up means?
like for example, I got offer from TCS and Infosys,
Okay.
and I have joining today from both places, but I didn't tell TCS that I'm joining Infosys and my joining is today. I didn't report to them in their
Okay.
office. So
Okay.
they terminated on same day, they decline employment. Normally in PeopleSoft, they do like this.
So that time you will be on pending worker.
Which
You are
worker?
not pending worker.
Training worker.
Yes.
Like,
When we hire an employee for future days, let's say you are going to you might have given the promise that you are going to join on 1st April.
right.
Okay. So today I am going to issue the offer letter as a HR. And already your employment details are with my database with pending worker, means future.
Right.
So on 1st April, if you join in my company and if you report, then I'll make it as employment.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will be an pending worker and after some time it will be expired.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Thanks
Yeah.
for the clarification.
Okay, and one more thing at the same date, with multiple actions. So how can we identify which action got, initiated first? Suppose like hire and then, transfer and payroll change, or something
For
happened. So
that,
how
we
can
need
we?
to see the history record. When we
Yeah,
see the history, we can find details.
but if you see the history, it shows like which chart it shows like. First
Sorry,
payroll change or then transfer, how it
that's
shows.
the sequence of actions. Whatever we performed against the employee record, we see that history.
Okay, so is there any field called date time something to identify?
Effective dates will be there. Effective start date and end date.
That's right. But on the same day we did the multiple actions, more than one actions.
Then yeah, there is a table and there is a option called revision field. Revision field will be maintained.
Okay.
Multiple times it was revised in the same day that we find. But that option is only for assignments, not in every table. Only in the assignments, if there is any update on the same day, we can see that.
Okay.
The remaining places we don't find that feature.
Okay.
And we can customize the all fields are there, right? If as an administrator, I can see all the fields. If I log in as an employee, I can only see some specific field that can be customized.
Fields generally we don't work on at that level. It means like entire product needs to be customized, right?
Okay.
But the tasks can be hide or display. This all tasks, whatever. So let's say manager is there. He just run the payroll. He is not responsible to view the pay slips, or he is not responsible to add the new elements. Payroll manager just he has to run the payroll and see the result. That's all. That's the requirement. So you can hide the tasks for that user. That's what we call it as roles, security, and other options, privileges, data security, function security. Yes.
Hello, sir. I have one question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I am belong to non-IT field, sir. Can I apply for this course?
Yes, whatever we have done today, if you are able to understand, and if you feel that, yes, I can do this setups and configuration and testing, yes, you can go ahead. That's the only measurement to decide whether you will be able to join this and codes and get success and join in the company. The measurement is whatever I have done today. If you feel that, yes, it's very simple, not much complex, can do myself, then you can go ahead.
That's all. Okay, sir.
Yeah. And guys, this is about our third demo session. Hopefully we see you tomorrow. And as I said, tomorrow onwards, it's regular classes. We completed
Hello, we
successfully.
can access GenAI module also.
Sorry?
We can access GenAI module. GenAI.
No. But we will be discussing wherever the artificial intelligence is implemented in ORC and talent management, because in the interviews they are asking, obviously it's our responsibility because we are a functional consultant. We need to give the workshops to our client. We should know what new features introduced by Oracle, right? So that's the reason in the interviews they expect, do you have idea about AI? You cannot say that no, right? Because you are a functional guy, you are facing the client and you should explain new features to the client and attract the customers and all, right? So that's what I'm going to explain, not the Gen AI, something which is technical, LLM models and all. I have no idea about it. But
Yeah, like
functionally, wherever we use the Gen AI, that we are going to discuss.
okay. In
It's
functional
almost
accept only, we will going to discuss the Gen AI
it's
thing,
almost
and in
like
future we can access the Gen AI modules or anything if we get any kind of new features in functional part.
functionally wherever it is required, that we will be discussing.
Okay, fine.
Yes, go ahead.
I have a question. With this course, will we be getting the access for Oracle support as well?
Yeah, we give the Oracle demo instance. You are talking about server access?
About the Oracle support.
No, I'm asking Oracle support means that is new. That is Oracle support means your
Where we can like where all the consultants come in together, and if they have struggled to fix one of any configuration, and then they post their problems there, and then we get, that's majorly when we get a UCI kind of number, and then we can get an access for an Oracle support.
no, we don't get, because that we get only for the clients. So I'm working for a
Oh,
company client. See, I'm able to access, so that we cannot provide.
okay. So if we will be having any issues or something like that, then we will be having a doubt session for doubts.
Yeah. See, every class it will be recorded and shared through Google Drive, and then we are going to have the WhatsApp group like this. And then there will be issues. They will be rising and sending the screenshots. I'm part of this, and will be giving the answers like this.
We be added to.
Once enrollment is done, we will have WhatsApp group. So there we are going to have the communication during the practice, whatever the problem, screenshots, this all.
So
And
we will
this
be added to this group as well, right?
Yeah. This is every batch, one WhatsApp group will be created. I am also the part of that. So once the session is completed, we will share the session. So people will download that session and they start working. During the working, if they find some issues, they'll put it in WhatsApp immediately. So I'll be giving the reply. So no need to wait till the next session maximum.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
about the fee structure, we need to ask this
Yeah,
person.
admin, please communicate with our admin.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
And
Yes, thank you.
one more thing is like we can get OTBA, OIC, FDA, all these things also in this course.
No, we don't get.
Okay.
OICS is purely that is a integration course which is separate for technical consultants. It takes 30 to 35 working hours.
Okay.
And ABDA is not used in human capital management. It is used in finance and supply chain management. So in human capital management, we have spreadsheet data loader and HCM data loader that we are going to do.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, are you providing that the technical course as well or no?
No, we are not dealing with the technical because openings are less. We are not dealing with it.
So I was opening for this HCM fusion.
It's fine.
Current
Good
market.
openings. Very good openings in the market right now. Only thing is we need to sit and do the practice. Whatever we are discussing, you will get an excellent.
The duration of this course, 2 or 3 months?
3 months it takes. Earlier it was 2 months only because we were dealing with 4 modules.
Okay.
But now, as I said, we decided to go for this because when a student wants to learn additional module, he doesn't have the source also at least.
Yes.
So we decided to give this new courses and then we go for it. But again, at the same time, if we go with the new one, like ORC is a new amount and all, it's difficult for them to that. That's the reason we just added this.
So all the module you are going to teach, or we have like the different tutor, or?
No, I am the person will take care of all the modules.
All the module. Okay,
yes.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Let's see you tomorrow with a different meeting ID. Communicate with our admin regarding the enrollments and any other details. Thank you. Thanks for your time for last 3 demo sessions.
We can get all recordings at a time, like each and every module recordings at a time. Whenever we are free, we can see all the recordings, right? Like that is available or not?
Every class will be shared.
Okay.
As soon as class is completed, we'll be sharing it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. And you are going to share this document also, like the Excel sheet Word document, right?
Yeah, it will be syllabus. You can communicate with admin. They'll share it if required.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time.